TWN podcast.
This podcast is the genesis of a brand new lineup. This is your permanent Wednesday lineup. That is right. It's me. It's Joe. After last time, me and George had a go at, really just tag teaming the thing. Now this is a stable, and apparently I'm the leader. Hi, I'm Joseph.
Actually, hold on. I think we're all equal leaders, and I think a better thing to say was this podcast needed a feminine touch.
It 100% did. I was going to fully pick this up. But anyway, everybody, welcome to Wednesday Night War. Wednesday Night War is the podcast where we review all the wrestling on Wednesday, because there's lots of wrestling on Wednesday. NXT and AEW. We're part of the TWM podcast network. We cover stuff and things. TWM network stuff covers stuff and things, stuff being written things, news, reviews, editorials, all of that good stuff. You can check that out at twm.news. Things being audio stuff. We have constant audio content coming out at least once a day. 6 days a week usually, but sometimes we've got a very, very nice surprise for you, which I will tell you guys at the end of this podcast. This is Wednesday Night War. It's my second ever one. I'd like to introduce to you the guy who's basically lived here from its inception. George. Say hello, George.
Hi. Yeah. I've always been here. I will always be here. I am the wolf of TWM.
Yes, exactly. Don't start.
Actually, I can swear on this. I'm not fucking leaving. There you go. I can swear on it.
Of course you can swear on it.
I'm like Drake.
Matty gave up on it when I said I wanted to do an entire podcast like The Good Place. I'm also joined by somebody, it's not just me. They didn't just move me from the A show. I brought along somebody that is become very close to my heart, and I'm very, very happy that she's here joining me on a new broadcast adventure. That is right, it is the ever lovely Victoria. How are you, Victoria?
Hello. I'm okay. That was so sweet. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's the nicest thing he's ever said.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's all downhill from here. Speaking of all downhill from here, we've got sponsors, don't we, George?
We do have sponsors. The first one is WrestleCrate. Go over to WrestleCrate.co.uk. Use the code TWM Wrestling for a free item in your monthly box. I thought it was autographed. It turns out it's just a free item. Matt corrected me. If you continue your subscription for 2 additional months, you get yourself 2 additional free items in your crate. I believe this month is still in stock, or next month, May. This one is still in stock. Not only do you get 1 free t-shirt, you get 2. You get an extra t-shirt. And if you think about how much a wrestling t-shirt costs, both Joe and Victoria and our listeners can all back me up on this one, they're about 20-25 quid each.
Yeah.
These boxes are $26.99. You get t-shirts, pictures, signed pictures, DVDs, other bits and pieces, badges. Fully worth it. Fully worth it. It's actually £22, but it's £5 to deliver. So £27. Our other sponsor is We Love Sport. It's a handy little app to find some local bars playing wrestling when we're not all stuck indoors. Because I've been to some and they're very fun and they're very nice people. They've got themselves an app on the App Store or Google Play. It's just We Love Sport. They've got social media. Go follow them. We Love Sport UK. And then they got their website, welovesport.co. It's a real website, we promise. It's not going to send you to a rickroll. It's not going to send you to a rickroll. It is real. welovesport.co. Go over, show them some love. And whilst we're on their website, I wrote an article for them, back in the beginning of April. So go and read that.
So did Victoria.
I did, yeah.
This is the We Love Sport team. Oh my goodness. All we need is an article from me to go up there, and geez.
I have a selfie with Elliot as well after I met him at the Royal Rumble showing in Shoreditch.
Not bad. I don't really write articles anymore because I've got a huge ego and I won't write.
Joe's too important. Basically, what you're saying.
No, I just think that I deserve to be paid for him at this point in my life. Anyway, let's go on with stuff. Wrestling.
Wrestling.
Victoria, you're going to say wrestling?
No.
I mean, NXT is essentially booked by Triple H, so we always did know this, but apparently this is a heel territory now, isn't it, George?
Of course it is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I said to you last week, George, and I'm telling you, Victoria, because you weren't here. One of these matches was always going to end in somebody definitely retaining, but it really didn't go the way that I thought it would. But let's dig into the nitty-gritty. There were two huge title matches on NXT this week, and they were both ended in a dissatisfactory manner. Let's go start off with the main event. The main event, it was meant to be the Velveteen Dream finally taking the throne of NXT champion. It's a role that he's basically, ever since he walked into Inception, that he was destined to take, but it wasn't to be this week. Victoria, what did you think of the match?
Yeah, I mean, I liked the match. I felt like they fit quite a bit in the time that they had. It was a lot. I would have loved to have seen, but get the win. But I'm glad that Dexter Lumis is actually involved.
Yeah,
I like him so much. He's a great character.
Yeah,
I'm not really surprised.
My thing is, like from the moment I saw how much time of NXT was left, I was like, nah, because it is incredible how much they fit in, right, George? They got a visual pin, interference on both sides, and finishes.
A ref bump.
Yeah, a ref bump, like all in 10 minutes. They've really got this takeover, this title match style with the Undisputed Era down to a fine science, don't they?
They do. However, I'm going to say something very controversial right now.
Ooh.
I'm glad Velveteen Dream didn't win.
So am I. I
can understand why people like him. He's very good on the mic. His ring style is very good.
Yes.
I don't think he's ready. I don't think he's ready to take the mantle of being the face and to carry the company, the brand, I should say. I really think Cole is in such a good position right now, whereas he's beating everyone. Who's going to beat him next? Oh wait, hold on. Hello, Finn Balor.
Yeah, no, my thing is, I think he's ready. I just think that I think he's 100% ready. I think he's been ready. But there are two things. Number one, they cooled him down so much. No, his injury cooled him down so much.
That's true.
Cooled him down so much. I think that might be why you feel like he's not ready. Another reason is, imagine how hot the crowd would have been if there had been crowds leading up to the takeover where he was meant to be christened.
I mean, I think the visual of Dexter Lumis sliding out from under the ring would have got the biggest pop if there was a crowd there.
Look, mate, you just keep talking about Dexter Lumis. I think so we may as well actually just talk about him. I think he's a really interesting choice for this weird face role. What do you guys make of his motives? Why do you think he's so obsessed with the Undisputed Era?
Ladies first.
I think this is how it depends on how we're going to look at things. How far is his obsession? Is his obsession more with the Undisputed Era, or is it with? Either way, in the next few weeks, what we're going to need to see for this to have really worked and paid off is a little bit more work between Velveteen Dream and Dexter Lumis, just trying to figure out what his true motives are. Yeah. I think we could get some really great character work between Dexter and Dream. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see where things go. I didn't expect to see in the role as a face and for this to be what they do with him, but I'm happy that he's getting.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I'm Dexter Lumis' number one fan. I think he's utterly class. I always have done.
I think that he's going to feud with Undisputed Era next. Sorry, no, not Undisputed Era. He's already feuding with Undisputed Era. I think he's going to feud. I think that Velveteen Dream next week is going to turn around and blame Dexter Lumis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that happening. But that's the thing. Velveteen Dream can come across as a character. I think he can be a heel so much better than a face because he can be pompous, he can be arrogant, and he can just never take the blame for himself. He can always blame other people. Yeah. And that gets under everyone's skin, no matter whether you're a wrestling fan or not. If you get blamed, if someone blames everyone else for their misfortunes, people are telling it.
Yeah, 100%. I really hope
sorry to interrupt you. I really hope the obsession with Dexter Lumis is something really, really random, and it's not the whole Undisputed Era. It's specifically like Bobby Fish or Kyle O'Reilly or Roderick Strong. It's not Cole, it's not the title, it's not the group, it's just one of them, and he just really, really likes one of them, and he
just turns up next week wearing Kyle O'Reilly's skin, which explains where he's been.
Bit weird.
Yeah, well, Dexter Lumis isn't weird. Come on now.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, his first storyline in TNA was his obsession with Chrissy Hemme. So
yeah, like where does Adam Cole go from here? He's literally beaten everyone.
Balor.
Yeah, Balor's like we're gonna cover Balor's thing, aren't we? Like that's a while away. Like, what is Adam Cole just gonna be like? You know, what is he just gonna turn into Brock Lesnar? Just not be there.
Turning up once every 5 months.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of it. Like I've said this a couple of times before. The whole social distancing era and empty arena era of wrestling at the minute is making me forget about so many different wrestlers. Like I keep forgetting that Cameron Grimes is a thing because he hasn't been on TV for a little bit. Obviously, he was on this week, but I just keep forgetting random people. And I'm now trying to think of wrestlers who can feud with him, and I'm having a blank.
In terms of like they built no one. Unless it's going to be Ciampa again, but I doubt that because I think...
I forgot Ciampa's a thing.
Well, I think that someone else is going to feud with Ciampa. It can't be Gargano again. Gargano needs to get his heel character over. And Adam Cole is not a good face.
Gargano, you got the choices. The choices I'd say would be Ciampa, Gargano.
Dijakovic, but no, he just lost.
No, I don't think he's ready either.
Yeah, it's like...
Oh, I know, I've got it. I've got it. Captain Cole. She's going to go for the men's stuff.
I could say something that would get cancelled right now, and not by the population, but by our boss.
See, the one thing I wouldn't mind seeing, and it's something I've had in the pipeline of almost the entirety of the Undisputed Era's existence, is the feeling that Roderick Strong is the weak link because he joined late. He has lost big matches from him in the past, and I wouldn't mind seeing that blow happen.
He was
and
the first
be Cole's next challenger.
He was the first to lose the prophecy, to be fair.
Yeah. And that's something I've always been backing.
Yeah. Right, we should talk about the other title match, which I actually enjoyed more. Didn't enjoy the ending, obviously. Yeah, but like, Charlotte and Io Shirai was always going to be a pretty fantastic match. Like, it's the two geniuses from the two big promotions, like Stardom in Japan, WWE in America, because WWE in America is all-encompassing. It's just the two finest women's wrestlers of a certain age of the generation, just head-to-head. It was always going to be fantastic. But the ending, Victoria, Lord, the ending.
I mean, I don't think we're really... What surprised me was Rhea's return. I didn't see that coming. I knew it was going to have that kind of...
Yeah, like...
but there is still clearly so much work to be seen between Io and Charlotte. What I worry about is how Rhea's going to come out of this, because we can suspect that there's going to be a triple threat, and in that, either way, Rhea's not... She's probably going to be the one that either... So that's what I worry about, is that. But I think...
Hey, WWE booking themselves into a corner like they always do.
Yeah.
Like...
I love Rhea as well.
Yeah.
Rhea
Ripley is a good egg, it seems.
The thing is...
apart from that one thing.
The thing is, with their whole women's roster, it is so good.
Yeah.
And it's just so, like, it's hard to have... Charlotte, okay, she drops it, she goes back to the main roster. Okay, let's say she drops it to Io Shirai, then Shirai beats Ripley, that damages Ripley, and then Shirai moves on to Captain Kota, she just beats Kota, okay, that damages her. Then you got Tegan Nox, you got Chelsea Green, there's so many people, and it's just hard to have all the plates spinning at once.
Yeah. It's true. Like I very much enjoyed this match. I enjoyed the story that they were telling, that trying to wrestle Io Shirai is like trying to fight smoke. So Charlotte just got tired of it and hit it with a kendo stick. I very much enjoyed the running joke of Rhea Ripley taking her time to run in and save her competitors. She does not actually care that much. Who remembers what Bianca Belair getting ruined? Rhea Ripley doing a full entrance.
I was going to say, Joe, I much prefer your pitching of this, and the storyline of this match is how hard it is to beat how hard it is to beat Io Shirai, when WWE just build it as both these women do moonsault.
Yeah, I know, that sucked. That sucked hard.
Io Shirai is better.
Oh yeah, of course. Like,
Yeah.
Charlotte's moonsault is just her equivalent, her dad's equivalent of the flying crossbody. She never hits it.
She overturns. She always lands on her feet.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen it live. I can tell you that for sure. Like literally. Well, social distancing, 8 feet away from me. Like I enjoyed the aftermath of this match where Io was just screaming in Japanese at Rhea Ripley while she just responds, "Shut up!" It's very, very, like, honestly, can somebody get a clip of that and then just play, like, you know, the breakdown from Fit by You Know It by the Streets over it, like, leave it out, leave it out, shut up, just shut up, leave it out, just don't touch me, it's all right. Don't touch me. It was very, very good. And the brawl outside, which is amazing, I thought it was hilarious because Rhea Ripley, bold as brass, walks up to the camera and says, "I've got unfinished business with Charlotte." "No, you don't. You tapped clean at Mania." Back of the line.
Yeah.
Imagine Io Shirai just walked up and screamed in Japanese, "Back of the line," which caused the brawl. Other stuff happened on NXT. Of course it did. Like, there were 2 huge title matches. I'm just going to run through them in bullet points. And my very, very esteemed colleagues who are more knowledgeable than me, I'm just going to run them through. I just happen to be... I don't know how I ended up hosting. I think it just bothered Matty enough that he was like, you think you can do it better? Fine. Right. First bullet point. R.I.P. Revel Hart. Yeah, look.
You cut out.
Okay, first bullet point. R.I.P. Rebel Heart.
I don't understand why you put R.I.P. Rebel Heart. He won.
Yeah, I know, but the song's gone forever.
The song.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
You didn't even, yeah, exactly. You don't notice that. You don't notice that.
He was the only male that had a female singing his theme song. Yeah.
He still kind of does, if that weird, like, wailing in the background is not a synthesizer, but R.I.P. Rebel Heart. It's gone. Yet again, WWE have turned someone heel and give them a really generic rock music as their theme. It happened to Dakota Kai. Like, I'd like to see somebody turn heel and keep their super happy face music. Imagine how amazing imagine how amazing Bayley's run would be if she was still coming out to that.
Well, but Gargano did have Rebel Heart for a little bit when he turned, like, tweenery heel before, and now he's gone full hog. Yeah, but like,
such a banger, and it's gone forever. Like, fine, whatever.
Gets you for a gym session, I will say. Rebel Heart gets you for a gym session.
100%. Anyway, I say R.I.P. Rebel Heart. Like you said, he won. He kind of cheated to win, cheated to dominate Dijakovic. He has literally beaten somebody twice his size. I wonder where he goes now. Guys?
Karen. I think he's going to go for Karen. I don't call him Carrion, I call him Karen.
That's fair enough. We have a tournament going on. We have the best of the Super Juniors going on, or the closest thing we're going to get to it all year. And in it, meet the old boss, same as new boss, Kushida wins again. He beat Jake Atlas, and Tozawa beat Gentleman Jack Gallagher in a pretty straightforward way, and they both top their groups going into the last rounds next week. Guys, who you got? Who you got right now? Who do you think is going to
Maverick?
Yeah, so
like I said to George last week, Victoria, it'd just be the scummiest thing if they did that.
it would, yeah, like literally everybody is rooting for him. He's been so great, and the passion that we've seen from him, like you want to see him do well. Like I don't know where.
No, but like it would be scummy. Like they either played on everyone's emotions by losing people's very genuine fears of losing their job, and they had him go out and convince us, or they genuinely let him go, realize the outcry, and have changed their minds. Which I don't know which is worse.
WWE are in a good position for it at the moment because there are no fans there. Can you imagine the nuclear heat that would be bestowed upon one of the best Super Juniors in the world, Kushida, if he beat Drake Maverick in front of her?
I think it's the perfect time for a heel turn anyway, mate. Just Kushida just snap his arm off. It'd be amazing.
Horrible.
No, that's the way you build a heel, isn't it? Like, genuinely. Just like, if I wake up next Thursday morning and I go onto Twitter and the only thing I see is "fuck you, Kushida," I'll be like, they finally did. Like, it'd be the most I've enjoyed Kushida in forever. I genuinely.
Oh, hold on, time splitters.
No, I'm sorry. I have nothing against either of the Motor City machine guns, but for some reason Kushida just, I don't get it. I've even seen him live. I just don't get it. I get him more now as an NXT, but like before, I just don't get it. I'm sorry. It's a bad wrestling thing from your boy. But
I agree with you, being a way to send him heel, but I kind of being realistic. The person who ever wins this tournament is going to lose to Jordan Devlin, without a doubt.
Oh, 100%.
Devlin has got so much stock behind him. No matter who wins, they're going to lose. So I wouldn't be against El Hijo del Fantasma putting it out and then being revealed as the leader of the Los Conquistadors.
Yeah, maybe. Well, like, it should be a mega face, shouldn't it, to get Jordan Devlin over? It's just, well, we don't know when NXT TakeOver Island is happening, but he's going to be a face there regardless, so maybe it will be a mega heel. Who knows?
If they got Phantasma to try to reveal he's the leader before, try and take out Devlin. Yeah. Mega heel.
Maybe. Let's move on. This bullet point just says something. The NXT belts are sacred. Riddle and Thatcher accept.
something. NXT tag title belts are sacred.
Well, it's essentially what their promo was. Just,
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, it's going to be a banging tag match.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. I love Imperium. I really like.
So do I, but I can't see Riddle and Thatcher losing yet.
I think that Marcel Bartel is one of the most wasted talents in wrestling.
Yeah.
Period.
You say he's a wasted talent?
Yeah. I think he's the best promo in Imperium. And I think that anyone who promos...
Which one's Bartel again? Is he the bald one or the one with the hair?
Are you taking the piss?
I can never remember their names. I get so confused. I can never remember their two names. I don't know why.
Yeah, you know what? Like,
Don't worry, I got it.
Yeah, this to me is on the level of me saying I don't rate Kushida. We're gonna move on because I'm just gonna get upset.
No, Fabian Aiken is the bald one. Marcel Bartel's the one with hair. I agree with you.
Yeah, yes, like, put respect on Axel Dieter Jr.'s name, my friend. Anyway, Chelsea Green squashes Zia Lee and
shock.
Yeah, no, a huge shock. There was something else that happened in this match, but I didn't quite see it. Did you guys see anything else that happened in this match?
No.
Victoria, did you see something?
Are you talking about Aaliyah?
Who?
I will be honest, I skip Xylee matches.
Why do you skip Xia Li matches? Wow, I thought I had the worst wrestling take here, but
no, I really don't.
Do you want to know something amazing, George? Do you want to know something amazing? I genuinely saw a tweet today that said, "If you don't like Xia Li, you're racist."
You're what? You cut out. I didn't know. If you don't like Xia Li, you're what?
Racist.
I mean, I get told on that all the time when I say I don't like someone that's foreign. But I don't really like Chelsea Green either.
It's just, like, to be honest, on paper that match wasn't going to be. Chelsea Green is fine. She's a great character worker. Putting her Robert Stone as a masterstroke. Xia Li has an incredible amount of upside, I believe. She just needs to sort out sort of character stuff. She's a little bit Apollo Crews at the moment. Very.
All right. If I go onto Twitter later and it comes up saying "Is George still a racist?" I'm going to kick off.
I'm not going to mention it, mate. I'm just gonna say you had several bad takes in a row.
Thanks.
So whatever. Aaliyah's going to join Robert Stone brand in the 11 billionth attempt to get her over.
Joe, can we
has a lot of potential.
Pardon?
She does have a lot of potential.
She's had a lot of potential. I see Aaliyah. I call Aaliyah like the wrestling equivalent of Paige. But in terms of her potential, I see Aaliyah like Jack Wilshere. Jack Wilshere.
That's such a good analogy. I like that. Yeah,
Jack Wilshere has still got the exact same amount of talent as whatever age he is that he did when he first broke through as an 18, 19-year-old, which isn't going to cut it. The idea was that he's not had maturity and decision-making to his game. He's just essentially always that person with potential. If it's been that long, it's not potential anymore. You're just not that good.
As we strictly move away from Joe ranting about Jack Wilshere, can we please all agree on how good is Karrion Kross's theme song?
It's all right.
I really like it.
That entrance was amazing.
It's so good.
That entrance with a live crowd, is going to be so good.
That takeover.
That is my biggest problem. Save it. I know we don't know how long this is going to go on for, but like, it's so sick. Save it. Like,
although I genuinely think like Karrion Kross is a great in-ring talent.
Yeah.
However, he would not have the appeal he does if he didn't have his girlfriend with him.
That's true. Also, have her just sing the words, don't have a mime. She looks like Minnie Vanilli. Took me out of it massively. Right.
Anyway. He squashed someone, of course.
Yeah, of course. Anyway, Karrion Kross squashes a jobber, and so does Cameron Grimes, which ties into the last point that we're going to talk about in NXT. They're doing the Aleister Black story again with Finn Balor.
Someone gets attacked. Who is it going to be?
Yeah. Who attacked me?
I've got it.
Go on. Who?
I've got it.
Go on.
Dexter Lumis.
Oh, you think so? Like,
yeah, he did it. He did it for Dream. He did it for Dream.
Ooh, that'd be nice. That'd be a round circle. I thought that was clearly going to be Imperium.
Yeah,
and Dream gets really creeped out by him.
Yep. That could also work. It'd keep Dream busy. It'd definitely be a direction to go. That'd be fun. That'd be nice. I mean, and he does wear gloves, so there would be no forensic evidence.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, long story short, Cameron Grimes literally squashes a guy if you look at his finisher, and then starts talking shit about Finn Balor. Finn Balor comes out after a promo where he just uses lots of insider terms. Just let him swear. Trips, just let him swear. Be a much better promo then. And they're going to fight next week, and those are the two confirmed matches next week, I think so, I believe. Yes.
It's Grimes versus Balor, and I can't remember the other one.
It's the tag match. It's the tag match.
It's a tag match, that's it, yeah.
Yes, it's a tag match. Right. That was NXT. Do you reckon AEW can do better? Let's find out.
TWN podcasts are brought to you by We Love Sport, the fantastic app finding you your nearest sports bar showing the latest WWE pay-per-views. We Love Sport has over 400 of the best sports bars and pubs in the UK at your fingertips and allows you to book front row seats, giving you the best views of the action. You can also check out what sports are being shown over the next 7 days, making sure you don't miss a second of the action. Download the We Love Sport app on the App Store or Google Play Store. Follow We Love Sport on all social media platforms at We Love Sport UK and check out welovesport.co.
You know what I like? I like it when wrestling shows are about something. And this wrestling show, AEW, this week was literally about just Cody Rhodes being the worst guy. Just the worst guy. Like, we opened with Cody Rhodes beating Joey Janela. He seemed oddly focused for some reason, and then he disappeared and never came back. He didn't come back when Sean Spears called him a bad brother on live TV. He didn't come back when Jake the Snake literally draped Damian Jr. over his unconscious wife, and he certainly didn't appear for the main event where one of his best friends in the world got beaten up by 5 other dudes. Then Victoria, Cody Rhodes is just the worst, isn't he?
He doesn't give a crap. I love how in Brandy's little promo she was saying that, you'll do this and Cody will come out to my rescue and whatever, and something along those lines. And he just didn't. It happened, and he just kind of didn't bother.
Could be asked. Yeah, crazy. George, what do you think?
I think Cody's got his priorities straight.
Yeah,
I'm not fully gonna take up the heel role of this podcast. That was for us.
Go for it, man. Go for it. No, by all means. But
he defeated his opponent.
Yeah,
done. That's all he cares about.
Yeah, but blood and guts. Blood and guts meant to be this blood feud, right? So I would have thought I would have made an appearance in the main event at some point when.
Yeah, I was watching that, anticipating someone to get involved. I was actually anticipating Hangman to get involved, but not Cody.
Well, Hangman's entire thing right now is that he's terrified and wants to socially distance as much as possible.
Yeah, that's a fair point. No, I won't take up the hero, I'll be honest. No, the whole, I think not saving your wife was the worst bit. I think they did being called a brat. I think.
Yeah. They did try and justify it by saying that wherever it was that he was recuperating from the opening match is so far away that you need to be in golf carts, which is actually a genius little bit of world building if you think about what happened later.
I think him not responding to Sean Spears calling him bad brother is just a bit of nothing. He doesn't care about Sean Spears. Sean Spears is in his past. It's just empty threats and that sort of stuff from Sean Spears calling him a bad brother. Meh, Cody knows he's not a bad brother. And then, main event stuff probably could have helped out, but
he's the boss in it. Yeah. And like you said, he's got his priorities straight. Honestly, the match with Janela was all right. The very, very good wrestlers. Yeah, it's just
everyone forgets how good Janela is as a wrestler because he's just synonymous with death matches.
Nah, I think I love Janela. He's great. I think he's great. I've always thought he's great. From the first moment I clapped eyes on him. Although he does take his clothes off at 7 a.m. on Instagram Live if anyone's seen Session Martina. Yeah. And also he's got some terrible takes, my guy. Some terrible takes. Anyway, that was good. Let's elaborate. Yeah, Sean Spears had a promo basically calling out Cody, which I actually think is a feud to set up. I think is something to set up a feud with Dustin because I don't think career's over. Dustin just said his career would be done if Kip Sabian beat him in the first round.
See, I can actually you say about Cody being the worst and that sort of thing. I can see that parallel meeting in such a beautifully fluid way.
Yeah,
he loses to Vance Archer. In the final.
Yeah.
He loses blood and guts to the Inner Circle.
Yeah.
Dustin tries to console him. He lashes out, slaps him.
Yeah.
Dustin's final match, Cody wins.
Yeah, I can see that. I 100% see that. And then Cody starts a big heel run. and the first thing he does is books himself into a title match, breaks his
Yes.
Right, but let's talk about, quite frankly, the best thing that we have to talk about this week.
I find it funny it's a different venue.
Oh yeah, sorry, we massively glossed over some stuff. So we won't talk about the best thing that we have to talk about this week. We massively glossed over the fact that Lars Archer just squashed QT Marshall, just squashed him. It was horrible. Shock. I know. I like that Britt Baker finally got a comeuppance, got a shoe yeeted into the other by Brandy. It kind of tied into her promo as well. Just like, if you're gonna mess with me and mine, I'm gonna retaliate. I'm not some shy retiring flower, which we know because we do remember the Nightmare Collective, Brandy, as much as you want us to forget. Sorry. And yeah, all that weird shit with the snake went down. Like, Jake the Snake fully just was in missionary position at one point. It was really creepy.
I would be honest, if anyone wanted me to do that, they would have to pay me some good fucking money.
What, to be in missionary position with Brandy Rhodes?
No, that's not me.
I was about to say, like, are you really doubling down after the Zion Lee comments? Jeez, George.
No, I definitely mean like having a snake put on me. You'd have to pay me some good money to do that.
Yeah. And yeah, like, now we can talk about the main event, which is the best thing that we're going to talk about all week. It's just captioned in my notes. Why are you running? Which
this was a different venue though, wasn't it? Because obviously AEW's filmed in Daly's Place, and this was at they said it in the background. It's a football field or a baseball field. It's a baseball field in Jacksonville, just down the road.
Yep. This was grand in scale. It was awesome. The start of the match was cool. I really, really enjoyed the stuff in the ring. I really, really enjoyed Matt constantly changing character. That that was fantastic. Every time he gets knocked out of the match, he comes back. He's like a different version of Matt Hart. It's pretty good. I'd
like to correct myself. Apologies. No, Daly's Place is at TIAA Bankfield.
Yeah.
Not me.
Of course, no problem. I just leave you to your own devices. You will correct yourself. That's the good thing. Tom wouldn't. So Woody Victoria said I have to stop and Google, wouldn't I?
No.
I find it very odd.
Yeah.
Sorry, I find it very odd that Matt Hardy became Damascus in an icebox.
Yeah, because there's an icebox where his heart used to be.
Oh, fair enough. No. Well, I mean, yeah, I suppose because he did the whole Hardy's thing when he was at the top of the ladder.
Yep. Yeah. So, and then like once they left the ring and after the interference, I hate Falls Count Anywhere matches that can get a bit. They just get a bit. I'm gonna walk for a bit, and then I'm gonna punch you, and then you're gonna punch me, and we're gonna walk for a bit. Like, I hated Edge and Orton. I hated it.
So you mean the last man standing match between Edge and Orton?
Yeah, I hated that.
Walk brawl is what Matt calls them. Walk and brawl.
Yeah, I call it run and gun. Because I like running. Because I'm a child. Even though I'm the oldest one on this podcast. But yeah, like, this was great. All of it was great. It was really well thought out. And like I said, that little subtle bit of world building where they said Cody couldn't come out because you need it's so big you need a golf cart to get anywhere fast. It's just really played into some of the spots. Have you guys seen some of the videos from this match from the talent who were acting as the audience?
No.
There's a bunch on Sugar Dunkerton's timeline. There's a bunch on Sean Spears' timeline. There's including a really funny bit where MJF asks point blank to the camera, "Did you know Britt Baker is a dentist?" It's really funny. Yeah, you can like throughout this match you can see wrestlers. Filming, and they actually posted the videos. It's incredible. Like Sugar Dunkerton yelling "World Star" in the background is incredible.
I do think the friendship between Sean Spears and MJF is something we didn't know we wanted. Like, but
yeah, 100%. It's really strong. It's really strong, and it's like it's fun, because it's like an inverse of his friendship with Cody, where Cody definitely treated him like subordinate. Sean Spears, even though they're at a similar, even though him and Cody are from the same generation, definitely treats him more as a friend.
Matt Hardy not being able to start the golf cart as well was quite hilarious.
That was very good. You must document this. How? We're alive.
In the background going, yes, Matt, that's what it's called, TV.
100%.
Basically, put a golf cart into a wrestling match, and it's hilarious because I don't know if either of you have seen the 200th episode of Being the Elite, the match between Matt and they're in the golf cart and they're just punching each other. It's just hilarious.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's just like all of it. Like Sammy Guevara getting hit it's something I didn't know I needed. But
he kept the kayfabe. He kept the kayfabe.
Yeah.
He tweeted this morning saying, "I feel like I've been run over."
Yeah. Do you ever wake up feeling like you've been run over by a golf cart? My guy. Even though he didn't really get hit by a golf cart, he got hit by Kenny Omega's fist riding past him on a golf cart. Yeah. Like
he did it well.
Yeah, like they got Jericho, the moonsault off. I don't even know what you call that contraption. I just know it's a contraption.
Scissor lift. It's a scissor lift.
Scissor lift. Yeah, the moonsault off the scissor lift. Incredible.
However,
he landed on his feet.
It started going up with no one touching it. When you go on a scissor lift, you stand on a platform and the buttons are on the platform and you press it up and down. But it starts to go up on its own. It's like when you play Watch Dogs and you just start controlling something.
Oh. Who do you reckon that was? Do you reckon it was the SmackDown hacker?
Yes. it was CM Punk.
Yeah. And like, can I just say the layered approach of Jericho to cheating in matches is genius. He brings Jake Hager with him no matter where he goes, and he kind of leaves Proud and Powerful in the background as like Santana Ortiz as like an ace in the hole, if you will. A plan B.
Well,
yeah.
Santana and Ortiz were just lurking in the background waiting for the one-winged angel.
Yeah, exactly. That's fantastic. It's just fantastic storytelling. Who
is your favourite member of Proud and Powerful, Joe?
Ortiz, probably.
See, he liked when I wrote an article about them, he liked it.
Yeah.
But I still prefer Santana.
Yeah, well, to be honest, yeah, that's fair. But like, having met them both, they both seem like solid guys, you know? Humble.
Fair.
My favorite thing, obviously, they put Kenny through a table and all five of them pinned him to get the win, thus building to this match, blood and guts match, which will never happen. Thank you, Miss Rona. My favorite thing is the fact that the Inner Circle had the Titantron in the actual stadium.
That was so good.
It was class. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Really, really good.
It didn't look like it was meant to happen, because if you look at Jericho's face, he sort of turns around and sees it. He's like, oh my God, look at that, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And then everyone else looks at it and then they'll put their fingers up because they're like 15-year-olds that think they're hard.
Yeah. My favorite thing about it is underneath the really, really cool Inner Circle thing, there was an advertisement for a brand, which I haven't got to Google yet because today at work it was quite busy. That brand is called Dick's Wings. And what? Would you eat at a wing place called Dick's, George?
Yeah, probably.
Dick's Wings and Grill, King of Wings.
Yeah, wings. Everyone likes wings.
Yeah, but like
don't
Dick's,
care what his name is. Dick is just short for Richard. Come on.
Yeah,
don't be so immature.
Yeah, like I said before, I am a child. Let's move on from quite possibly one of the funniest main events that we've seen this year. And chat about stuff. Nyla Rose squashes a teenager, and there's a 4-way next week. No, that's not.
Nyla Rose on TV. What a shock.
I know, right? Women on TV. What a shock. Women on TV from AEW. I've already got to start a countdown again. That's what last week was, George. Yeah. And also the way that I phrased that made me, I have to add a disclaimer. No, that is not a summary of Brit Rest this week. The other 4 women, the top ranked women in AEW, apart from Nyla Rose, will have a fatal 4-way next week, which will probably feed into who she fights at nothing. Who have you guys got?
Hikaru Shida. She has had like 7 opportunities. She's been Wrestler of the Week or whatever it is, top ranking thing, for like 7 or 8 different weeks, and she's never had a title shot.
Yeah.
So what, you reckon she's just going to beat her so they can get into some story stuff and actually start booking the women's division? Sorry, I had to stop there before I started laughing.
Yes. Hikaru Shida is a beautiful woman and she deserves to be the number one contender. I mean, she's not going to win, but...
I mean, you know, I see you trying to redeem yourself after earlier, mate, but it's okay. Moxley, next bullet point. Moxley and Kazarian have a solid match, which is interrupted by Brody Lee and the Dark Order.
Can I take over here, please, Joe? Because I have something to get off my chest.
Go on.
Right. So, Jon Moxley leaves his former persona of Dean Ambrose behind.
Yeah.
He leaves WWE. He moves on to Pastures New. He joins AEW.
Yeah.
He's had 3 world title matches. He's had 2, and he's got 1 coming up. The one he had, first off, was the one he won it in. Who did he face there? Oh, that's all right. Somebody faced in WWE, Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Next one, who's out? Oh, Jack Swagger. Oh, Jake Hager. Who was he known as? Jack Swagger. Did he have a match with him in WWE? Yes. Next one, Brody Lee. Who was he known as? Luke Harper. Oh, wait, hold on. He was in WWE. Oh, hold on. They had a match as well. Give him fresh opponents. We've seen these. They're done. Boring. Gone. We've had them. See you later. I want to see new stuff. I want to see Moxley tie it up with Santana, with Ortiz, with Cody we've had. With Kenny, we've never seen that before. I mean, he's already done that, but this is for a world title. For people like so many different wrestlers are in AEW. Why are you giving us WWE matches just in a different name?
I don't mind it when I realise that they've been fighting each other basically since they started wrestling from season.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm really interested to see what the two of them can do under an AEW umbrella, because obviously we know that they were a little hamstrung over in the other place. So
I also despise Brody Lee's character. I think he's terrible. So I really don't want him to be a contender.
I also have a shout out. I have a shout out to Matt Fowler. Matt Fowler is, you guys may not know him, but Matt Fowler is a very important person to me. Matt Fowler is the reason why I thought even considered that being a wrestling journalist would be viable, because he has a very similar personality to me. He's basically just a shitposter extraordinaire. But he has this thing where he hates. He has this thing where it's called borrow versus steal, where somebody. Where a wrestler steals something and claims that he borrowed it. And he particularly hates it when it's done with title belts. What did Brody Lee do?
Oh, I've had a mind blank. What did he do? I can't remember.
Put the bell.
Oh, that's it.
Jesus, George.
I will be honest. I have such little interest in Brody Lee's character. Whenever he's on TV, I stop paying attention.
Wow.
I really do not like him. I just don't see the point in taking shots at a company that he worked for on live TV. It doesn't mean anything. Come on, move on. Be the actual Exalted One. Be different. Be wacky.
Yeah.
Like you were in, like you have been in your entire career. Don't come out in a suit demanding to be called Mr. Brody Lee.
Well, you know.
I also thought Matt Fowler was the guy that the minion that was punching the floor and couldn't do the punches properly.
But yeah, that's likely the main event of Double or Nothing. Darby Allin is sulking, which makes a change.
He's an emo.
Yeah, I know, that's a joke. Flipping hell, George, you're just no-selling everything.
I am.
Yeah. It's just like, my guy's out here like he's Hulk Hogan hulking up. Please. No, stop it. You've been racist enough on this podcast. MJF is back next week and is fighting Jungle Boy at Double or Nothing, which he isn't thrilled about.
I love that reaction.
Yeah,
I just really like MJF.
Yeah, he's honestly, he's almost everything he says he is, which is brilliant.
There's never ever been a wrestling character suited so much to someone that looks exactly like MJF. Yeah. Like, he's got the most punchable face. Name me a wrestler that has a more punchable face than him.
Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan?
No.
Come on, what do you mean no? Look at a picture of me and say that again.
Hogan never had the smarmy look on his face, did he?
Yes, he did.
He looked like Hogan just looked really red.
Oh, just the smarmiest guy in flipping NWO. Can't believe it, man. Anyway, we're going to end this bullet point with something I'm very excited about, and that is Pineapple Pete versus Chris Jericho next week. I cannot.
Sorry, you mean Joe Kingsley versus Chris Jericho next week?
And
you said you get mixed up for him.
And that's the last racism you're doing this podcast.
TWM podcasts have joined forces with WrestleCrate, the original and best monthly theme, monthly wrestling subscription service to bring you a fantastic deal. If you use the code TWM Wrestling when you sign up to a monthly subscription at WrestleCrate.co.uk, you will receive a free item in your first month's box. Then, if you stay for another month, you'll get a second free item. And then, if you stay for a third month, you guessed it, we'll give you a third free item. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. WrestleCrate brings you the best swag from the biggest companies and names in the wrestling world. We're talking t-shirts, photos, pins, DVDs, vinyl figures, and loads more from WWE, Progress, Shikara, NXT, Fight Club Pro, and loads more. That's WrestleCrate.co.uk and use the code TWM Wrestling for up to free items, all thanks to WrestleCrate and TWM.
Joe, Victoria, you may take it in turns to let me know which show you thought was better. 2. I'll start with Victoria. We'll go ladies first.
Yeah.
I thought NXT was going to be the better show. There was a lot to look forward to. It was really stacked. But in the end, I did enjoy it. I think that main event was really cool. And there was a lot to enjoy it. I think I'm going to go Vegas.
Josephine?
Well, I think...
Please don't.
Victoria, didn't you have a message to pass on from someone? Just to start, before I start.
What? Hello?
Hey, Victoria, did you have a message?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm saying, did you have a message that you were meant to pass on from someone?
Oh, yeah. Matty said NXT was really
And I agree with him. And I agree with him. AEW all the way.
I mean, if they had booked Charlotte and Io properly and not done the DQ finish, AEW still would have been better.
For me, it's not even that. For me, I actually flip it. I think that Charlotte and Io is fine. Just giving Dream and Cole 10 minutes after you've built to it for 11 billion months is a bit insulting.
Yeah.
So
10 minutes.
Yep. 10 minutes. I know they got all of the title match tropes in there, but come on, mate. Come on.
Agreed.
Yeah.
AEW was the better show. It's much more enjoyable.
100%.
Because you had multiple different reasons to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And before we move on and wrap up, I'll hand over to Joe in a second. Just a little recap of what you can expect from All Elite Wrestling and NXT for next week. We've had just one match announced, which Joe was very excited about, which was Sugar Dumpton, or Pineapple Pete, whatever you like to call him, versus Chris Jericho. And then you've got a tag title match for NXT between the Broserweight, Tim Thatcher and Matt Riddle, versus two members of Imperium, about to say Timothy Thatcher then, Fabian Eichner and Marcel Bartel, and Finn Balor versus Cameron Grimes. Joe, you may continue.
Yeah, that's fine. This has been Wednesday Night War. This is it. This is the click right here. What you're looking at right now, this is the click. Hulk Hogan. No, I'm not doing that. We are part of...
We are the oddities of TWM.
Yes, we are. We're part of TWM Wrestling. Like you said, we are, check out our website. Our website has loads of articles on it. Check us out on various podcasting platforms, Spotify, Podbean, iTunes, wherever.
YouTube,
Acre. Yeah. I don't really list them all. It's a thing I don't do. George, I'm not good at remembering things. Victoria, social media, please.
My Twitter is @Tezangi Victoria.
Yeah. And George, what's yours?
@George_Geal_.
Yeah, fantastic. I don't give out my Twitter account. I decided I'm going to start doing that again.
Joking there.
Oh, well, as if he hasn't upset me enough. He goes and does that. Yeah. You know what? I had the surprise that I was going to announce, but I'm not going to do it now. I'm upset. I'll see you guys next week.